Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to present to you Mr. Andrew Ogundele. Andrew, thank you for joining me today. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, thanks. Thank you, Miguel, for this opportunity. I'm glad to be here, and I'm hoping that I can share. I'm hoping that I can share my little with everyone here. I'm looking forward to a very good discussion.
Yes, for sure, for sure. First of all, congratulations. You graduated as a mechanical engineer from Federal University of Technology. So congratulations on that. And you were
Thank
also
you.
second class honors. So bravo, man, bravo. How
Thank
does
you
it
very
feel?
much. Well, personally, I wouldn't say I'm overly impressed with what I got, but in terms of how much effort I put in, I'm glad with what I got. Yeah, on to the next. On to the next. I'm looking forward to the next opportunity. I'm looking forward to the next um, opportunity to learn and at least achieve more. Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, you're up to doing great things, and you've been doing great things so far. For example, you did an internship at Chevron and GAC Motors. How was that experience like?
Yeah, for me, I think always been this person that's passionate about the profession, mechanical engineering, and I believe life is experiential. I've always been conflicted as to, okay, what do I want to do? Automobile or oil and gas, the energy sector. So having the opportunity to intern at both companies was like, okay, I can have a taste of this, I can have a taste of this, and finally I can make a choice. So working at Chevron or interning at Chevron Nigeria Limited, it was an exciting time. It's multinational. So with that comes a certain level of exposure, comes a certain level of organization. You understand? And then you key into whatever they have there, and you have the opportunity to contribute your quota, no matter how small. No matter how small, you have the opportunity to contribute your quota. And for the time I was there, I'm glad I could chip in a little. And for my time at GAC Motors, that is where I currently work now. I'm doing what we call a mandatory service in Nigeria. And I think I had my best time at GAC. And the question around energy sector, automobile, it was literally answered there. You understand? And for me, GAC was a chance to be hands-on and to take on responsibilities like fully. And as they come, I'm taking them on and I'm delivering to the best of my ability. I hope you can hear me.
You're a person who has a skill set in many different areas, such as engineering design, project management, data analyst. The list goes on and on. Did you always wanted to be a mechanical engineer?
Yes. Leave graduation high school. I think even while I was in high school, I knew that mechanical engineering was the way for me. I loved mathematics and technical drawing. I love technical drawing a lot. So I started working with AutoCAD. And as soon as I graduated, I moved on to software like Inventor. So I knew mechanical engineering was it. I think the only thing that maybe was a shift was I thought about studying aeronautics and aerospace engineering. And I think around the time I tried applying, or I got admissions to some schools in the US, but I had issues with my visa, student visa and the rest. So eventually I settled with studying mechanical engineering in Nigeria, and it was a wonderful experience.
What was your first engineering design?
My first engineering design, okay, the smallest. Let me go from the smallest to the biggest. I think at the time it was this what's it called? There's this miniature engine. It's a miniature engine. So I think I was really looking for the chance to how would I put it? To just practice, to practice working on with computer modeling. So that was just it. I was able to design the miniature steam engine, and I simulated the whole thing, and it worked. I was like, this actually works. And moving on from there, let me now go on to the biggest I've done so far. I think it was my final year project in university, and we had to work on uh, a pelleting machine. A pelleting machine is one that takes powder and converts it into pellets. In a subtropical country like Nigeria, things like this are valuable because we need machines that can make loose material more handleable for us. And we apply that in the space of biodegradables and sustainable energy. So that was the application of it. So it was a case where I was able to run the design and then not just stop at the point of design, but we also made the physical machine that works, a physical machine that serves the purpose for which we designed it for.
In your opinion, what is the top skill a mechanical engineer must have?
I think it has to be the desire to solve problems. It has to be that. I think in everything, and you just need to have that strong desire. You see a problem, you're looking for a way to solve it, no matter what kind of problem it is. It could be a mathematical problem, as simple as a mathematical problem. You see it, and even if you can solve it on the first go, even if you can solve it on the first try, it just keeps burning in your head, and you're like, I have to solve this problem. I have to solve this problem. And then that translates to every other thing, solving problems in your community, solving problems in your workplace. It's just for an engineer, it's just that single skill, the problem solving skill, the desire to solve problems
How do you prioritize projects under pressure?
under pressure. I think prioritizing projects under pressure, I think from the start you have to understand what is important. You have to put it all down. It's not just something you play in your head. You put it all down and you make sure all stakeholders are clear on what is important. So then at the point where pressure comes in, maybe limited timeline or a limited budget, okay, and then you guys go back to the drawing board. This is what we said was important at the very start. And then this is what we're going to prioritize on. These are the non-negotiables. This is what we have to deliver in order to have a successful project. If we don't deliver it, this project is not going to be successful. So at the point when things start getting tight, at the point when things start getting heated, and maybe a stakeholder is looking to bring in something else, or a stakeholder is looking to, yeah, exactly, just bring in something else, or looking to rush things up, and you just have to be clear that this is what we agreed on, this is our benchmark for success, and this is what we have to stick to. So being able to communicate that with everyone involved, being able to clearly mark the goal, the target. I think that's crucial when working under pressure.
What's your favorite breakfast meal?
I think it has to be bread with cereal and fried eggs and maybe some coffee.
Favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal. I think that'll be what's it called? Just regular cornflakes, I guess. Regular cornflakes
Hmm.
with good milk.
Name me your top three skills that you wish you would have. Three skills that you wish you had.
That I wish I had.
Yeah.
That I wish I was, let me say, very good at. I think CNC programming and machining. That's computer numerical control. CNC programming and machining. That's one. That's related to manufacturing. Two is I wish I was passionate about coding, although I'm not. I think a lot of people, the whole world is all around that now. I wish I was passionate. I've tried a lot of times, so it's a skill I wish I had. What else? What else? What else? What else? Uh, Finding out how to place the third one. Finding out how to place the third one. Okay, let me say sports. I'm not so good at sports, or let me say I've dropped sports for a while and the energy to go back is not really there. So yeah, being athletic and rest, maybe I think that's a skill I wouldn't mind having at this point.
Which sport you wouldn't mind working for this particular field?
I think anyone who knows me or anyone who sees my social media feeds, my would know I'm super excited about Formula One. And for me, I just think it's like the pinnacle in the automotive industry. I just think it's right up there. And the biggest manufacturers, they perform at that level. So to work at even the smallest team in Formula One would be a wonderful experience. Even the smallest team, the 10th ranked team in Formula One, it will be an exciting experience. But right now, I'll be passionate. I'll be super excited to work in Formula One. And I think let me just let you in on that secret. That's where I'm actually aging for. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I got my eyes on role in Formula One, particularly with Mercedes AMG Formula One team.
Which of these two CEOs it would interest you to have a sit down, have a conversation with? Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos?
I think it would be Elon Musk because I think he's a very very interesting guy. He's the kind of person, Twitter and all. So we get a taste of his what's going on in his head most of the times, and I think it would be nice to actually have a sit down. Let's talk one on one, even if we don't completely see eye to eye on every single point. I think there are some points in which we would agree or at least disagree.
Last but not least, top
Okay.
three travel destinations that's on your bucket list that you want to experience.
I think at the very top of it is Japan. I think Japan has an exciting culture, exciting architecture and landscape. Second on our list is New York City. The bustle, the life of New York I think to be something to experience. And I think third on that list would be, let me see, 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 let me see. Third on that list. I think let me just pick a romantic destination, the Eiffel Tower with someone I care about. That's Paris. Yeah.
Have you ever thought, or do you have any plans to be a future entrepreneur, CEO, start a company for what you're doing?
Yes, I have. I have. Um, I have. And maybe I will not particularly categorize it as a company per se, but more of an institution of learning. Thought about starting something like that, a center of excellence in terms of recruitment, talent recruitment, in terms of engineering training, just something like what MIT does, something like that, where the graduates come out and companies look out for them because they know the quality of what they deliver there is top notch. So I look to have something like that. I look to set up something like that in Nigeria. You know, there are so many gaps. There's so many gaps in our education system, and I think if I'm able to transfer experience, if I'm able to transfer maybe connections that I build over time as I go in my career, if I'm able to transfer that into a center of excellence, into a center of knowledge and learning, I think it will help so many people around me, to help so many people in my community, particularly in Nigeria.
Final question, where can we follow you and your work?
On my work, I think my work is on my LinkedIn, mostly on my LinkedIn. If you want to know how I think and the topics that I edge towards, I think on Twitter, I do a lot of retweeting on Twitter. I don't tweet much, but I do a lot of retweeting. And but if it's about my work, you can see that on LinkedIn, the things I'm passionate about, um, the things I'm excited about, and what else? Which other social media? I think my LinkedIn majorly. My LinkedIn.
Andrew, thank you so much for joining the Respect and Praise show. Much respect and
Yeah,
praise to the work that you're doing. I
yeah.
mean, you're doing great things early on in your young career as a mechanical engineer. Uh, Hopefully in the next 5, 10 years or even more years, you have much more success. You're already successful, because I don't define success by money, but by what you're doing so far. So keep that hunger alive. Continue to make Nigeria proud, and I'm have no doubt that if you continue this route, you're gonna make even more people proud over there and follow your footsteps in what you're doing. So keep the hunger alive, keep the fire going, and I'm just proud of the work that you're doing, and I'll be following each step of the way.
Thank you very much, Miguel. Thank you for an exciting discussion. I think I love the spontaneity of it. The fact that I didn't have to prepare for the questions and I just had to answer as they came. I appreciate that. And yeah, I think I think I'm at that time where I actually need this kind of boost, this kind of ego, kind of energy, and I appreciate that coming from you. And yeah, yeah, I look forward to great things too, especially from you and your show. And yeah, we'll stay connected.